Hey guys, this is Luke again, and yeah, sorry, my hair is like really fucked up today. But this is another Ninjago video on the channel today, and as you probably already expected at this point. But today this is a little bit of a top 5 video. But there won't be the subtitle since this is recorded on my laptop, not on my phone. Um, So this top 5 is going to be the top 5 things in Ninjago that are completely unnecessary. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean to be completely unnecessary? Meaning that it doesn't really matter that much to the plot, and you can get rid of them, and the plot probably wouldn't change, not even a single bit. And these are ranked. These are ranked at how how unnecessary they were. And how they affected the overall story. Um, um, which the number 1 entry might shock you though. Okay, so here we go. Starting with number 5, we have some of the elemental masters from Tournament of Elements. Now, a lot of people are like, Luke, why do you say Rebooted is better than Tournament of Elements? It's not. Well, it is to me, obviously. But the reason that I say this is because the story's not bad, okay? That's not the issue. It's the characters I have an issue with. First priority is the story. If the story's good, move on to the next priority, which is the characters. And this is where the troubles start to come in. Some of the elemental masters are just throw-ins. Like they just seem like they were just thrown in just for the sake of throwing them in. Like Jacob, Tux, Ash, Gravis, Belobo, Camille. Like there's others that I could name that were just unnecessary to the plot because they didn't really contribute to anything at all. I think those were the main 6 that were unnecessary. So 6 of them weren't even unnecessary to the plot. They didn't do shit, and they were just there for the sake of being there. And if you took them out with the plot change, probably not. So yeah, they were pretty unnecessary to me, and that's one of the parts that I really didn't like about Tournament of Elements. But I'll get into that and possibly in another video. Okay, number 4. This is another character, but it's just one character, not just a boatload of characters, but just one character. Clutch Powers. Seriously, who asked for this guy to appear in Ninjago? Like, okay, to be fair, I have never seen the Clutch Powers movie that came in 2009. So I really have no idea how his character is supposed to act, quote unquote. But a lot of people were very excited that Clutch Powers was going to be in the show because I heard he was a very popular popular Lego icon. And guess what? They fucking ruined him in Ninjago. They made him a lazy bastard and pretty much just nothing but a shell of his former self. This is why you shouldn't get your hopes up, because shit like this could happen. And that all it really was just pure fan service. And not even good fan service. It wasn't even good fan service. My god. I understand there are people's pain, but part of it is due to their fault for expecting Clutch to be like, a clutch for the ninja, instead of this lazy, cheeky bastard. So yeah, Clutch Powers, he didn't belong there. He really didn't belong there at all. Now, these 3 are the most unnecessary. These 3 were the first 3 I thought of. 4 and 5 had to come up later. But number 3, the entirety of season 11. Yeah, a lot of people hate season 11. It's like the most disliked season of all of the show. Before that, it was Skybound. Now it's season 11. And I could definitely see why. There's filler everywhere. Like, there's only like one good filler episode in season 11. That's The News Never Sleeps. Everything else is pretty much terrible. Pretty much terrible filler. Well, maybe except the Kaiju Protocol. It's not that bad of an episode. It's just, I do understand how it, quote, breaks the canon. But let's be fair. The canon has broke many times before that. So why are you complaining now? Okay? So, yeah. And this is just on me. Every moment in season 11 could have been prevented if it weren't for Jay's fucking stupidity. If Jay had just jumped over the fucking cobweb, Kai wouldn't have lost his fire. People wouldn't have complained about how whiny he is. Zane, a sphere would have been released. Zane wouldn't have had to sacrifice himself for Wu, and Zane wouldn't have had to become the Ice Emperor, and the ninja wouldn't have to find him to rescue him. Blame Jay for everything that happened in season 11. It was his fault and his fault alone. His dumb ass. Now we have number 2. This one might offend people, so this one might be, kind of offensive. But for me, bringing back Garmadon was not necessary at all. And it's due to the number 1 reason, which I'll get into later. But because of the number 1 reason, Garmadon was brought back, obviously. And let's be right. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people wanted to see a ruthless Garmadon. A Garmadon that doesn't hold back. He will fucking murder people. Like, they wanted that side of Garmadon, and they got their wish. And I really feel that's one of the few reasons why people love Emperor Garmadon over the much superior Lord Garmadon. And his inner dynamic that he had from his previous encounter wasn't as good. He's trying to find his human self, but he isn't showing that unpredictableness where he doesn't know which side he's on. He is clearly a villain. He's clearly that way. And to me, that sort of takes away what Lord Garmadon was as a villain. Sorry if there's a bunch of light in here. It's like very shiny outside. But that really took away what made Lord Garmadon such a fantastic villain. His unpredictableness. You never knew which side Lord Garmadon was on. He could have been a hero, an anti-hero, or a villain. He was switching between 3. But with Emperor, for a fact he's a villain. And that sort of just took it away. And his inner dynamic, and he's just too zombie-like. He doesn't show any humanity at all. And so don't say in the comments, well, that's the point. Well, if you really want to mimic Garmadon from the past, show some fucking emotion. I'm not saying Emperor Garmadon is bad, but I'm just saying, was this necessary? Most likely not. And sorry if you are getting blinded by the glare. Hopefully, I'll just do it from here. Sorry about the glare. It's very sunny outside. I'm recording this in the afternoon. But yeah, the 5th and final reason, number 1, and this is the one out. This is what brought back Garmadon, and it had such an overwhelming effect on the entire Ninjago timeline. The Lego Ninjago movie is at number 1. Nobody asked for a Lego Ninjago movie. All it really did was parody the original show, which I guess what it was trying to do, but at least try to mirror what the show is in a way. And it brought back Garmadon, but not in the way that I would have preferred it. A lot of people like this new Garmadon, so hopefully I will do a video, possibly in 2020, on why I think Lord Garmadon is far superior to Emperor. But the biggest impact on the overall Ninjago timeline were the designs. They looked overall different in they looked overall very different in the movie. So, in order to adjust for people who, for the fans who only watched the movie and never watched a piece of the show prior to it, the people behind the show changed the ninjas' designs in order to cope with this change, which was understandable, but it caused a ton of controversy in the community. People were hating on Sons of Garmadon because of the new designs, because nobody asked for a new design. Um, so that's what happens when you have good intentions. Somebody is going to get pissed, whether you like it or not. Um, and for those reasons, that is why I think the Lego Ninjago movie is the most unnecessary thing to come from Ninjago. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give that thumbs up. What what are you guys what do you guys think is the most unnecessary part of Ninjago? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel by clicking on that red subscribe button and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye.